Hello, this is Kev.
And Lil. We're discussing relationships in all of its forms and everything in between.
We've been together over 30 years. We've seen some things together and apart.
So if you want to laugh or need advice, come spend some time with Kev and Lil.
Have we met?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. So we're back. I know, again, we took a little time off. There was some technical difficulties, so it took a bit of a pause, but we didn't take that long of a pause this time. Just so we get an idea of when we are, we're, what is this, 8th of March? Puerto Rico just beat the crap out of Panama in the World Baseball Classic, which was nice to see. They came back in the bottom of the 10th inning, baby. You Puerto Ricans, hopefully the ones in PR actually start listening to us. I don't know what's up with them Boricuas, but they don't like listen to us, you know. But regardless of that, we're talking this week, 15 signs you're dealing with a narcissist from a therapist. I took this article from online, and the article was by a Margalis Fieldstad, PhD. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist. So, you know, and it was reviewed by Darja Georgievic, I want to say. Georgievich.
Sorry, we're...
MD, PhD. If I'm distorting your name, I apologize. And this was done back on the 26th of September, 2024. Mm-hmm. Just so you get an idea, and what we're talking about is narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD for those that don't know, is a clinically diagnosed personality disorder characterized by grandiosity, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy toward other people. When determining whether someone is a narcissist, however, most people make it more complicated than it needs to be. Mm-hmm. There are no physical blood tests, MRIs, or exact determinations that can identify narcissism. There are, however, inventories, scales that can be used to aid in making the diagnosis. Not all of the traits have to be present to make a determination of narcissism. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, which therapists use as a guide, a person needs to exhibit only 55% of the identified characteristics of a narcissist to be diagnosed with narcissistic personality
just a tad
disorder.
Over half.
Exactly. Psychologists and psychiatrists have also been studying narcissistic personality for decades and have validated the use of certain inventory questionnaires and scales to diagnose traits as well as the disorder. So these are 15 signs, okay? We know of a couple people that have them. One is unfortunately in charge of our country, and you know, not to alienate you MAGAs, but let's be honest, the guy's a nut. And, you know, we are certainly related to a couple of narcissists.
And I personally think everyone has a little bit of narcissism. So.
Oh, no, I agree. I totally agree.
Some more than others, but yes.
So the first sign is grandiosity, which... for those that don't know, you know, meaning that they boast about themselves.
Yeah. They're always right.
Oh, my gosh.
They love to compete. They're sore losers and sore winners. So
even bigger sore winners at times. They don't know how to win.
Everything has to be done their way or the highway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had a few relatives like that.
They own everything and they control everyone. They like to control everyone.
Yeah. That sort of sounds like a few. That certainly sounds like a couple people that love to compete. I grew up with a couple of guys that were somewhat, the kids are saying, hyper for everything nowadays. We're hyper competitive.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember arguing with one guy one time saying, you know, you don't like being wrong. You're never wrong. He goes, no, I'm just always right. And I just looked at him like, you sound like a effing idiot right now. But, you know, I let it go. because I wasn't exactly I wasn't going to fight for trying to compare him to stupidity as much as possible. Another sign is attention seeking. Oh my gosh. How many times have you been in a conversation and somebody interrupts you?
All the time.
And it has to be about them all of a sudden.
Yeah, they turn the conversation back to them.
I'm like, what? How did it, what? We were just talking about my poor dead dog, and now we're talking about your fascinating mac and cheese recipe? What are you talking about right now? And any way to turn the conversation around, just to have that attention.
They want to grab your attention.
Maybe they had a little class clown in them when they were younger. Maybe they were the only child. Or maybe they weren't the only child, and that's another reason why they were seeking attention.
Yeah, they're like, look at me, look what I can do. Look what I can do.
Am I keeping you awake?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's how I see it. Like, they're always like, look at me, I'm over here. Look what I can do.
All right. Third sign is perfectionism. Yeah. They certainly, I've seen this with people I worked with people that I've come across where they feel that, nope, it can't be done until it's perfect. It's perfect. And then it may not really be perfect, but in their eyes it is.
Yeah. Life has to play out the way they envision it. For instance, a parent is always like drilling into their child that they have to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. Your appearance has to be perfect, and it's drilled into you from childhood. So it takes a long time to get that not feeling, but that instruction out of
that brainwashing.
Yes, to come out of that, to snap out of that I don't know, yeah, like the brainwashing, just to try and think, oh, you know what, that's not how it really goes. It doesn't matter what you look like or who you're with or if your grades are, 4.0 or A++. Just do your best. That's what I tell my kids.
Number 4, controlling behavior. Usually you see this in relationships. A domineering partner. I want to say it's
parents.
Yeah.
They don't want to let go of the child and make it impossible to leave, even though you're ready to leave. But there would always be like an excuse.
Oh, you know that.
For me not to leave, or some sort of emergency, and to push back my exit. So that's a way that a parent controls a child. They also control the child by paying for certain things.
Monetarily.
Yes, monetarily. And also by doing some, let's say like they're constantly, keeping their clothes washed, or watching the baby for free and throwing it in your face. So they control you by saying, well, you can't trust anyone nowadays, so you can't have anybody watch your child for you. You want to go back to work, you got to leave the baby with me. And that's a controlling behavior. So
lack of accountability. Narcissists never want to be responsible for anything that's done incorrectly. Yeah. They never see the wrong in what they've done. They never see themselves as wrong. Oh Jesus, I remember a relationship or two where I just sat there and thought, wait a minute, what did you just say? That's not right. That's pretty hurtful. And they thought, well, you pushed me into doing that.
It's always someone else's fault.
Sorry, I pushed you.
Accountability, yeah.
I didn't realize my hand was up your ass and making your mouth move. You know, because I've never done puppeteering before, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, that lack of accountability
Yeah.
is a big one.
It's always someone else's fault. If it doesn't come out exactly the way they want or like, it's always somebody else's fault when everything falls down around them. I don't know what I'm saying.
Rapping here? What you doing?
I'm trying to get my words out and they're not coming out.
No boundaries.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, do we remember this one?
They
Big
so
time.
lack boundaries. They don't know what boundaries are.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't understand boundaries. What is a boundary? When we lived in Staten Island, we lived a block and a half away from your mother. And we'd be home, we'd be settled in. It's like 10:30 at night, let's say. And and the doorbell would ring. Like, what the on like a Tuesday. And I'd look at you, and what was my first reaction?
It's your mother.
It's your mother. And you go, no, it can't be my mother.
It's too late. She wouldn't do that.
Oh, it's your mother. It's a fact. And the thing was, what was surprising to me was with you, we don't know anybody else in Staten Island. Of course it's your mother.
I'm thinking it's an emergency.
Boundaries. Oh my gosh, remember that? Oh, we made the mistake of giving her the key.
But
You made the mistake of
But we had someone to come and save us. They were our savior. My aunt, Titi Gloria. Mwah. I love you, Titi. Titi Gloria means Auntie Gloria, for those of you that don't speak Spanish.
She didn't live here, though.
She lives in Florida.
She would come and visit and vice versa. And she would, I would purposely, because I was that person, I would purposely bring things up to show because, you didn't get it at times.
Sometimes I did it because that's all I knew. I thought that was
You
normal.
didn't get it at times. Your mother didn't get it at all. And I go, yeah, listen to this. And blah, blah, blah. And she's like, what? No, that's, they may not be married, but that's like a marriage. They're together.
They're partners.
They're partners. Yeah. And no, it's not your place. She goes, I have a key to my son's house and I still ring the doorbell.
Or
and,
I call. She doesn't even show
gosh.
up either. And she literally was like a couple of houses down from.
Yeah, she was nearby as well. House. And she would go, and I'm like, and I just sit there looking at her like, and looking at you and go, it's not just me. Your mother's a loon. Your mother is a loon, and you don't realize it.
My aunt was his saving grace.
Oh, I would purposely
She would
do things.
rip her a new one, and then my mom would be like, oh.
And she would still be clueless. Like, no, you're not supposed. Why? I have the key. I could just walk in. And then your aunt put it to her in a different way. Like, what if you walked in while they were doing something? Mm-hmm. What would you feel then?
And they pay the rent. It's their house. That key is for emergencies only. She wouldn't understand.
She just did not get it. All right. Okay. Next one. Number 7. Insecurity. They perceive everything as a threat. Clearly that was me. I was the threat.
Yeah. Why does he look like that? I'm like, what do you mean? He was born with that face. He's not looking any certain way. That's just how God made him, I would say.
And she would say,
everything was negative. Everything was against her.
They found a way to made up stories of well, what if he does something to your son?
Yeah, they make things up. They take like a subtle facial expression and they interpret it
negatively.
to negative, and not only negative but negative towards them.
Yeah. Somehow made it about her.
Yeah, it's very insecure. And, like when you go to a party or you go to a gathering and people are talking, they're having their own lives, their own conversations, and then they start laughing right away. It's about you. Mm-hmm. What are they saying? Why are they laughing at me? It's not all about you, people. maybe something happened prior and they were discussing it and they thought it was funny. Maybe it was something funny that happened, but it's not about you all the time.
Number 8, lack of empathy.
Oh, they
That's
they
a
don't
rough one.
have the ability to empathize.
No, they don't. They don't. Again,
They might pretend. They might pretend
to just to get it over with. I feel like
to
it's
smooth
just
everything over. I'm like, yeah, fine.
you know, there's a story. I don't know if we've said it before. The rabbit story. We're not gonna get. Well, let's just say it's not a nice story.
I'll say it again. I don't care.
Go ahead.
I was 6, 7 years old, maybe even younger than that.
Honey, you gotta get on with the story.
6 or 7 years old. We went to a live poultry place here in Brooklyn. I didn't know. I was a city girl. I had no idea what a live poultry place was. So I'm seeing the rabbits, the ducks, the chickens, and I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was like a petting zoo. I thought it was a petting zoo. So I'm like, Mom, and she goes, oh, I'm gonna buy some chickens, or I'm like, oh, I was so excited. I thought we were gonna have pet chickens or pet chicks. And I said, Mommy, can we get a rabbit? I remember it was like spring. And it was Easter. So I thought she was going to get chicks and we were going to get a rabbit. Mommy, can I have a rabbit? Can I have a rabbit? And she's like, you want a rabbit? Okay, fine. I'll get you. I was so excited. And of course, I didn't know, but they were getting things prepared in the back. So when it's our turn, she gets takes 2 bags. She grabs one and she's like, here. And she has me hold the other bag. And we're leaving, and I'm looking at her like, where's the rabbit, Mom? You said you were going to get me the rabbit. And she goes, look inside the bag. I open the bag, and I look down, and there's this pink eye staring at me with no skin on its face. I lost my ever-loving mind. I dropped the bag, and I just ran screaming. And she laughed. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, how cruel. Why would you do that to a child? Instead of explaining to the child, this is the live poultry. This is where people like to buy organic and fresh meat. If you want a rabbit, we're not having a pet rabbit. I will make it for rabbit stew. So that means they're going to have to kill. Explain to the child. Don't be so cruel. That was my experience.
And the worst part of that is, fast forward many years later, and we bring it up to her, and she goes, what are you talking about? And we tell her about it, and she still thinks it's funny.
She forgot that it happened, and then when we told her the story, she thought it was funny.
She still thought it was funny. So still, no maturing, no empathy, no.
No, and when she gave my oldest dog away right in front of him.
Well, she got rid of the rabbit too, his rabbit too.
Yeah, hop along.
Yeah, she got rid of his rabbit as well. I don't know what she did with it, but she got rid of it. I don't know. Deflection. Oh, I think we all do this a little bit. We all, we get cornered. I think this is a bit of the narcissism that could be in all of us. We tend to deflect, and it's a defense mechanism, right? Well, what about this guy? What about, and you definitely do that when you're a kid.
Yeah, they make their decisions.
Siblings do that a lot.
Yeah, they make their decisions based on how they feel about something.
Yeah, and you see that a lot there. The issue is that once you get of an age, or, the deflection should stop. The deflection should be minimized. You should be, again, that goes hand in hand with accountability, where you finally go, you know what, that's my responsibility. I should take care. I should be more responsible in whatever it may be.
Yeah, because like you said, when children are called on something, they're like, well, what about so-and-so? I'm not talking to so-and-so, I'm talking to you. And as you get older, narcissists unfortunately do not outgrow that.
Yeah. This one goes hand in hand. The next one is blaming. This is when the deflection, you actually blame someone else. No. It's definitely, it's the good and the bad. It's, it's not me. It's because
Yeah, they made me do it.
they made me do it. Again, I didn't stick my hand up there and move your mouth. They did not make you. I certainly did not make you. Um, you know,
My favorite used to be our parents like, well, did they put a gun to your head? They made you do it.
right. So no, the blaming, I don't believe in that either. Trust issues.
They're afraid of being ridiculed, rejected, or wrong, and often struggle to trust other people. Yes, lack of trust. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that, of course we're talking about a disorder here. But I think, and I think I've spoken about this before. I know I've spoken in front of you about it. As adults, especially for men, I feel it becomes more of a task, or it becomes more difficult to trust others. And
Especially the older men get.
yes,
Yeah.
that's why it's hard for us to make friends.
After a certain age, yeah.
It's difficult to make friends because you can't trust. No, he did this or she did that, and no, I'm good. No, I'm not. I don't need that person around me. I'm not
Especially
to be
when
trusted.
they were younger, something negative happened.
And you may see the signs, which may or may not be the same, but you're gonna hold that against them.
Yeah, it like something clicks, It's like a past trauma type of thing.
Trigger.
Yes, thank you. That was the word I
trigger.
was looking for.
Another hot word nowadays. Trigger. Oh, that's triggering. Oh, that triggered me. But it does explain a lot.
Yeah.
Next one is anxiety.
Anxiety.
This is a tough one again, because we all suffer a little bit of anxiety.
Everybody does.
And I'm sorry that we're going to use your mother a lot for this, but I know she's going through some things right now. We're not going to speak on what, but her anxiety is at an all-time high. She doesn't want to be left alone. She feels that she's supposed to be taken care of, and that you're not supporting her.
Yeah.
Because you're her daughter, you're supposed to do this, and that's not how life is. The days of those things have long passed.
And it's not like she's a cripple. I don't even know if that's a good. That's not PC.
I want to say invalid.
She's not an invalid. Yeah, she could do things. She just chooses not to. She does have someone to watch over her during the day. Not all day, but most of the day we're working on to getting her more hours because the anxiety is really up the roof. It's like really bad. And speaking to her doctor, see if we can up her medications, trying to get her to speak to a therapist. You also have to realize a certain generation, it's a generational thing, like a certain age, they don't believe in therapy, psychologists, psychiatrists. They think you have to be freaking loony, batshit crazy, excuse me for being frank, but they think that's what those people are for people that are totally lunatics. But I've been trying to explain to her, and it is a generational thing. Even the doctor says it, the therapists say it. It's something we need to convince the person to seek therapy, to seek help. And because if not, it's just going to get out of control. It's going to, who knows, they might even become president or something, and it was never taken care of or never looked into, and we all see what happens when that happens.
Deep-seated shame. That's interesting.
Yeah, they don't feel guilt very much.
I don't see the shame. They definitely don't feel guilt.
No, they think they're always right.
Right. But deep-seated shame, I guess that's definitely more of a clinical thing. Whereas you won't notice it because clearly they're not going to tell you that.
Yeah, they bury their insecurities and their fears, and they reject
Yeah, yeah, and
that they're always constantly on guard.
right, right. They don't have the trust.
Yeah.
The trust
And
issues are there.
not only to everyone, they hide from themselves as well.
Oh yeah, they'll try to convince themselves that they're perfect in everything that they do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next one is lack of love. You know,
Well,
I don't think I want to answer this.
I think, in my opinion, in my experience, I can't say there isn't any. There is a lack, but I can't say there isn't. Because narcissists, in my opinion, can't love. They just don't know how to. Being that they lack empathy, it's, like I said, it's not completely loveless. It's just a lack of. There's not as much love there as it should be. Am I getting
I
my...
think with all the other signs, and I know this is a touchy one, with all the other signs, the grandiosity, the lack of empathy, the trust issues, the deflecting, the blaming,
the need of self-protection.
I don't believe a true narcissist, can love.
Well,
I think they feel they're loved for what they are offering because they feel they are perfect in what they've done. I think that
that's why sometimes they buy love.
oh my gosh, did somebody buy love? Oh my gosh, they reminded you of that constantly.
But like I stated, if they don't seek help, because sometimes this becomes because of past experiences that people have been through. And once again, their self-protection. They feel like they have to protect themselves at all times, and that's where the lack of empathy comes from, and all the other traits and issues for narcissists. So I can't say there's no love there, but it's hard. They buy love because they want to be...
I'm going to say this. I think you're hoping that there is when there really isn't.
Okay. Well, that's my opinion.
Again. Last one is not a team player. So we actually have their definition for it. Narcissists don't have the capacity or the motivation to communicate or work as part of a team. Well, clearly they don't.
In their mind, team does have an I.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you were little, when you think about it, when you were little and used to play games, a lot of your friends and a lot of your classmates, they didn't know how to work as a team. As you get older and the more you practice, like Little League, and that's what life prepares you for, to work as a team. Because if you don't work together, I mean, I don't want to be political or anything but if we don't work together, we won't get anything done. And in order, all the segregism, I can't even speak today. I'm so sorry. I should have had coffee before we started. But you need to work together for things to work out. That's all I'm trying to say. And narcissists can't seem to outgrow that.
Okay. So those are the 15 signs you're dealing with a narcissist from a therapist. Mm-hmm. Just so you're aware, in summary, narcissist is someone who has narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. A clinically diagnosed personality disorder characterized by grandiosity, need for admiration, and a lack of empathy toward other people. As always, we're not therapists, although we play one on TV.
We're just we're speaking from our experiences. And things that we have.
But I could tell you this. If you feel that someone does, find a way to assist them in understanding that they may need
Seek help. Yes.
because if you tell them that they need help, they're just going to look at you like you're an idiot, or you're speaking a different language, and for them you may be speaking a different language, which is something that a lot of people lose that connection, or maybe they weren't born with that connection, or maybe they didn't grow up with that connection, or they lost it along the way. And
be careful. I mean, it's hard sometimes depending on who it is. It's hard to stay away from that person, but keep your guard up. Don't let them tear you down.
it's easy to be torn down.
Yes, but try and seek help for yourself first of all to learn how to deal with the narcissist in your life, and try and talk them into seeking help for themselves.
Yeah. Pretty much what I said. But yeah. So I think we'll wrap it up. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, guys. Please share, comment,
Follow, like, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your cousin in Arkansas.
tell your pa.
But no, sincerely, thank you for those that have been listening. I've noticed a couple of new countries like Romania and
Thank you.
Italy and
Ciao.
Canada picked up again. Those darn Puerto Ricans don't keep. They
What's
still
up
haven't
with
picked
our
up.
freaking people, man.
But no, for those that have listened, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Bye.